Hey, it's Jody here at Flopbeard Farm, and I have a new series for you. It is called Cutfile Fridays. So I have grabbed some free cut files off the Hip Kit Club website, and one of my favorite ways to use a cut file is just painting it. So I've just cut the cut file out of white cardstock, and I grabbed some of my shimmers, and I'm just going to play and paint and have some fun with my colors and cut files. I have a small stash of that Indigo Hills 2 by Pink Fresh Studio that I pulled out, and a picture of my little guy. And I also pulled out some things from the January 2019 Hip Kit Club kit, the main kit. So this cut file, oh gosh, it was months ago we were given it. Now when you subscribe, you have access to the cut files, and I believe you have access if you create an account. So definitely go check that out. These are super cute designs by some super talented ladies. So first I put on some purple. I think one of them was called Raisin Cane and the other was called Purple Rain, both Shimmerz products. And then I grabbed the Minor 49er. It's kind of gold. That is an inkling, so it's a little wet. It comes already a little wet. And then the other one I believe is Old Yeller. That one is also an inklings. And you see, I'm not doing anything special. I'm just painting. They are going to be super shimmery. And I didn't put any gesso on the paper because I knew it was just going to be a few watercolor here and there. So that's it. Yeah, I just got a little messy and had some fun. So I'm going to let those dry now and get going on my picture. So this was my idea, to use that beautiful Pink Fresh Studio paper from their new line, Everyday Musings. I just loved all the colors in this, but I wanted something a little more solid and dark for the cut file to pop off of. So I'm just kind of using it as a border. So there I'm gutting the center so I could have a chance to play with that pretty paper again. So there's my border, and then a Indigo Hills 2 page. I love that watercolor look. I'm just gonna stick it right there. So you see the different colors. And that one of a kind is from the Everyday Musings also. They just all went so well together, so I couldn't help myself but to grab a few things from that hip kit. That ombre page, so pretty. And I grabbed some of the ephemera from the Indigo Hills 2. Just putting some layers around my picture. Of course, I have a nice mat first. And now I'm going to work on some layers. That little frame was so thin, but I made it work. And I'm so sorry I'm cutting off the table. So I'll work on that for next time. But that was one, a small journal card I cut in half to make another layer here on my picture. And it has that same pretty gold. So my cut files are mostly dried. You could see the purple and the golds. I think it looks nice. I really want to journal more this year, so I kept putting down that little card in hopes that I'd fill it up with some words, but it doesn't make the cut, mostly because I don't even remember that day and what he's doing besides taking selfies. So I could have used it as a layer, but I chose to save it for another day. Just not sure where to put that one of a kind. And I'm sorry it's of the glare, but that is so shiny, glossy, brassy title. It's getting washed out in my light. I went to go grab some foam. Of course, my trusty foam. Just to give it a little dimension. One side is already sticky, so that helps a ton. There. So I decided to bring in that dark navy blue color to the cut file. So I just grabbed my very favorite blue, Oaky Bear blue. It's an Inklings, and just kind of paint a few of the lighter spots around. And that is a very deep blue. I just absolutely love it. And I think it ties everything together well. I'm glad I decided to use it. When I make a mess. Of course I make a mess. I deal with it the best I can. Make it work. Okay. Not too much damage. And I decide to pop those little hexagon shapes up also. Just those 4 big ones. My crafty friend Kate gave me that little fine tipped bottle. I think it works really nicely. I have trouble with the actual fine line bottles for some reason, they just are not cooperative. But this little guy did really well for me. So I'm just putting a dot here and there to get my cut file down with my picture. And these little hexagons. They're wood veneers is what they are, but they're just so beautifully decorated. So I used a few of those. Trying to glue down my other cut file. I'm still fussing with that card, but I finally let it go. That would have been nice right there, I think. That's okay. Next time. It's just a little tag. Thought I'd add another layer. And that little tag says warriors lead with their heart. I thought it was sweet. And here are some more of those colored wood veneers. That one says little pleasures. The top one is amazing. And the little blue one says you got this. Then I put those little light blue ones. And I definitely felt something was missing besides the gold splatters. Don't worry, those make it on the page. So I went through some of the ephemera and found some flower bunches that I think were exactly what I was missing. All the colors match, just gives it a little something else. And I'm very happy with that. This came together very quickly and easily. I mean, honestly, when you have wonderful products to start with and an idea in your head, you just go for it. So this was my first Cutfile Friday. I hope you could join me again, see how I use a different cut file in a whole new way. So please come back and check it out. Give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you like what you see. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.